करो.
Hi, this is Anita and welcome to The Digital Travelers. And today we are talking about food tourism. Yes. So they love to travel and they love food. Today's travelers are mixing two of their passions together and creating quick business opportunities here.
Food.
Food or cuisine is playing a vital role in today's outbound travel. People no longer looking at shopping tours. People are no longer looking only at five-star hotels or leisure-based events or packages. So experiential forms will play a vital role. And the best form of participative experiences is food or sport. So these will continue to evolve in the Indian market.
Off late, we've had like really interesting dining concepts like the night quarter markets in Gold Coast, the Miami Marqueta market in Gold Coast. Then you also have the Eat Street markets in Brisbane, which basically is street food from all across the world, you know, presented to you in like shipping containers in this amazing precinct where there are live bands. It's like completely lit with fairy lights, and the whole experience and vibe of that place is so much more interesting instead of just going to a restaurant and eating, really.
Indian travelers are going to become more experimental in food. They're going to enjoy food while they are traveling, and it is going to be a travel purpose in some sort. There are many options. There are many different types. There are different categories of price. You can get a $4 chicken rice, you can get a $35 or $40 chicken rice, and you can get a $300, $400 Michelin star food as well. So you've got very interesting food concepts that have come up in Singapore, and it's in different pockets. You've got Joo Chiat area, or you've got Everton Park area, and these are areas which are actually neighborhoods. Because we are famous for our chili crab, our nasi lemak, and so on and so forth, and durians. People are now even experimenting with durians, right? Yeah, so they're trying to get over the smell, but they're willing to experiment. So I think food is going to be a very interesting vertical that we are going to look at, and over time we are going to build up a portfolio of food itineraries and food trails.
South Africa is a nation of immigrants. So when you come down into South Africa, you get all these immigrant communities that have kept a little bit of their own tradition and cultures and food, but have obviously adapted it to South African ingredients. And you can go down to South Africa and you can have South African Italian food, South African Greek food, South African Ethiopian food, great vegetarian food available. And it's always interesting for our Indian travelers from India when they come to South Africa and they go to local Indian restaurants and they get that this is Indian food, but this is South African Indian food. What we didn't notice in the beginning coming out of India was a keen interest in wine, even when people do not use alcohol. So they were interested in the concept. So we had to redo some of the concepts. We redid the way we do our wine tasting, where we do wine tastings with grape juice, where you can still go through the whole process, which grape creates what, but you actually don't use any alcohol. A lot of times when our Indian families travel, they want to keep the family together, so we started doing wine tasting for children with obviously no alcohol, but they love the whole idea that they get to sit there and then they get to drink out of a wine glass. We do interesting combinations as well. Previously, you know, in South Africa it was wine and cheese, it was chocolate and cheese, it was biltong and cheese, it's a bit like jerky and cheese. Now for India, we do pickles and cheese and wine.
Nowadays, not only the restaurant that we promote or the Thai food, we also promote the Thai cooking class. You can not just to try Thai food, but you can try to do the Thai dish also. So it will be a part that add new experience to the tourists, and also Indian tourists who are quite adventurous on food, they will enjoy it a lot. Cicada or many kind of insect in Thailand, even the worm that we deep fry. It's the local food in some parts of Thailand actually, and in Bangkok you can find it in the street food. Many of them, and tourists also enjoy trying this. Even the scorpions, the fried scorpion, I found some Indian, they like show in the social media that they try this.
So food tourism, I think, for France is obviously, I think, it's an intrinsic part of France. It comes naturally to the country. I'm almost tempted to say that when people come to us and talk about food and wine and they say, where should we go? The answer usually is that everywhere you go, you will find great food, good wine. So you really don't need to go into a region that is about food and wine, because all of France is about food and wine, really. Normandy, which also has its own gastronomy heritage, I would say, and also very closely linked to cheese, cider, and all things food and beverage. Even places like Provence that people don't necessarily think about when it comes to wine and think about largely when it comes to food, has some of the best rosé wines, which really work for the Indian palate, for example. So that's again something. Then you have liqueurs like cassis, like pastis, which all come from that region as well. So really, I would say rich in that heritage as well. And there's Lyon, which is really the food capital, and then of course Languedoc-Roussillon, that is home to some of the finest red wines in France.
Food in Spain is extremely important. We are a gastronomical country and we are one of the best known cuisines in the world. Spain is not such a big country, but it's very diverse. So we have 17, if you want, different states, and each of them has their particular cuisine, and they are very different one from each other. For example, in the Basque Country you have a great concentration of Michelin stars, gastronomy based on the product, wonderful seafood, meats and so on. If you go to the south of Spain, as another example, you have products as famous as the Spanish jamón, that could be the cured pork ham, that is again one of the most sought articles that you can consume in Spain.
Not just the destinations, cruise lines worldwide are offering excellent variety of cuisine options to Indian travelers.
Indian food is available on the buffet, but there are other concepts available. So whether you want to try out a Japanese or you want to try out an international Western, everything is available. Right from, say, a sushi to a teppanyaki to a bistro. Everything is available, and every restaurant has vegetarian options.
Food has always been core to the DNA of the interpret travel experiences, be it tasting new cuisines, encountering new ingredients, or enjoying local hospitality. After all, it is the best and of course the most delicious way of experiencing the authentic local culture. So remember, to stay in touch with your new age travelers, you have to stay in touch with the digital travelers.